So the idea of green growth has become politically very popular in recent years because it suggests that we can have some environmental protection in ways which benefit the economy, but also we can have some forms of economic development which benefits the environment. However, the idea of green growth is deeply contested by many people who are skeptical about the actual contribution it can make in practice. In this project, we look at the idea of green growth in Chinese cities. Obviously, China is the biggest emitter of carbon in the world now, and cities form a massive part of China's energy consumption and hence the basis for some of its carbon emissions. We look at a number of Chinese cities and look at the ways in which they use energy and the ways in which they emit carbon. But we also look at the scope for decarbonising these cities through cost-effective, economically attractive investments in, for example, buildings or transport or industry. And we therefore explore the opportunities for green growth in Chinese cities. What can it contribute in meaningful terms? But also the limits of green growth. Where are the limits of economically attractive decarbonisation for Chinese cities? And in doing that, we hope to tell a wider story about the opportunities for, but also the limits of green growth. The project is being conducted in collaboration with colleagues at Tsinghua University in Beijing. It will run for 2 years, and by the end of it we hope to have some very practical findings which are relevant for stimulating climate finance or other forms of investment in low carbon development in Chinese cities, but which also have relevant, for example, in terms of air quality, because investments in improving transport in Chinese cities or the energy sector should also have a wider impact on improving air quality in Chinese cities. So at the end, we hope to have an academic understanding, but also some practical impacts in terms of real low carbon investments and altered policies and plans for Chinese cities.